So just at Daly Head Campground on the York Peninsula, so facing west. It's about, 4 o'clock or so. So you can see the sun over there. It's going to be setting over the water. So it's going to be amazing in a few hours. But yeah, there's literally no one here. It's a Friday. But there's so many campsites here. It's a beautiful spot. You don't really get this sort of campsites out on the East Coast. At least not, this empty and quiet. So I'll just give you a bit of a look at the rest of the campsite. So there's a lot of campsites further that way. So just a few things since last time. So I've still got the King's Plus spotlights. They're really good. They got multiple settings, so you can do normal spotlights, different intensities. Plus you've got light from the sides, which provide light output along the side. And then they work well with the King's light bar. I think that's a 30-inch. So yeah, I've used it actually quite a bit because when I first left Sydney, I left on a Friday night just to make up for extra time. And yeah, use them on the highway. They were great. As well as I left Mildura one morning really early, around 5 a.m. And yeah, I was using them in the fog. And I've put the yellow vinyl over these, and they do work, especially in like foggy conditions. They provide a bit more of a, it's probably safer for oncoming traffic as well, they can see. And also just at nighttime, it just helps on the eye fatigue, because there's a lot of, if everything's too bright, it hurts your eyes quite a bit. So having it a bit yellow is easy on the eyes. I do have new tires now. So these are 315 75 16s, which are 34.6, I guess as close to 35s, without actually going the full 35 size. They're great. Falken Wildpeaks. Great meaty thread on them. So my previous tires were the Yokohama Geolander Geo 15s, and they were more road based. Although these are, even though they're more aggressive, they're actually quieter, I find, and a lot more comfortable even on the road than the Yokohamas. The Yokohamas have a lot of rolling resistance for some reason, and you notice it with the fuel economy. So putting these on, which are a lot heavier, the fuel economy is pretty much the same. One reason is because it's a bigger diameter tire. It sort of lowers the gearing as well, so you sit on a lower RPM at the same highway speed. I guess the only downside is these are very, very heavy, even compared to other aggressive all-terrains like Toyo, BF Goodrich, things like that. So these come in, I think they are about 9 kilos heavier than the Yokohama 285 75 16s, which is crazy. So the rims are the same, so all up 9 kilograms each corner increase. Has it affected the sort of performance? A little bit. You do notice it's not as quick accelerating, things like that, but once you're rolling, because of the lower rolling resistance and the lower gearing effect, it feels actually pretty good. And yeah, it's a very quiet tire, smooth, good on corrugations and dirt roads. I just came back from the Uranata track where these perform flawlessly. I had them at about 25 psi, and they literally, it just felt like driving on a highway. So yeah, no, these tires are really, really, they excel, on dirt roads, gravel roads, things like that. And of course, off-road, harder terrain, they do well as well. I went up a track at Mount Little, very shaly, rocky, steep, and yeah, didn't even have any wheel slip. So, and they're 3-ply, so heavy duty 3-ply. So just as strong as a mud tire on the sidewalls, with an all-terrain sort of tread pattern, and they just give you that, I guess, extra protection and peace of mind to not worry too much. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to get something more aggressive, because the Yokohamas were very road based and pretty weak sidewalls. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Car looks amazing now on the 35s. Let's just call it 35s. But yeah, there's no way I can go back to 33s. If anything, even these, as you do, you always want to go bigger. Yeah, I mean, 37s would look even sicker. I think just given the size of this car, it's only on a 2-inch lift, but it's a big landcruiser, and 35s on these 100 series, they don't really look too out of place. Something like a Prado or a Hilux, a Ute, with 35s, they do look massive. So I guess it draws a bit more attention, but with these 100 series, they're massive in the body itself, and the wheel arch. The wheel arches are massive as well, so the 35s don't really look that big. The only other thing I guess I've done since is a bit on the interior. So let's just show you that. And you can see the steering wheel. So there we go. We've got the, I think it's a 300 series style steering wheel. And that just makes the car look so much better. Just makes it more modern, things like that. And I got a new head unit, Sony head unit with a reverse camera. So finally I've got a reverse camera as well, which is really handy for a car this size. And yeah, together with the steering wheel, Apple CarPlay head unit, honestly, everything on the interior is now perfect. I love driving this car. It's it's so good, and I love these interiors. The pre-facelift 100 series interiors. I think they just have that rugged off-road sort of feel about them. With the flat console here, it just feels a lot more old school, rugged. So yeah, and then I just put this suede dash mat, which just gives it that extra sort of premium sort of feel. I love driving this thing. Just feels like a retro, I guess, retro style modern car. All the touch points, so the gear knob as well, I've replaced that. Alcantara suede dash mat. This leather's new. Yeah, I think the interior is pretty much set. The only thing is, I guess maybe later in the future, some new seats. So Schliemann seats would go pretty well in here. Other than that, yeah, love this steering wheel. So yeah, look at that sunset. So this campsite's amazing. And yeah, literally no one else here. It's a Friday night. So South Australia, it's where it's at. Look at that. Does it get better than that?